Hi and welcome to this tutorial on Infor Syteline, a customer's form, and today we'll be looking at the taxes tab. Now in the taxes tab you have the process indicator. Now here you enter the code for the process indicator which will be used in setting up the EU sales list report for companies in European Union countries. So this is for EU countries, and to enable this process indicator field you have to go to the general parameters, and in the general parameters under the general tab you have to tick the activate EU reporting. Now going back, you have below you have the NOTC, which is the nature of transaction code. Now here you will select or you will enter a 2-digit code for the nature of a transaction. Now what this does is it identifies the reason for the transaction and is also used in European Union, EU. Now you can define the nature of transaction codes in this form. Okay, and below you have the secondary nature of transaction codes. Again, you enter a code which can be alphanumeric characters for the secondary NOTC code. And again, this is used in European Union for EU, and you can define them under the secondary nature of transaction codes form. Now below you have the delivery terms. Now you select a code for the terms of delivery, and also again this is used for the EU. And below you have the constructive sale price. You can define the percentage there. Now coming below you have the consumption tax header line method. Now this is a localization for Japan, and this field is used to define the point at which rounding occurs when calculating consumption tax. Now again you have the tax round method. This field again is used for Japan localization, and this specifies the direction for the rounding, whether it's a round up or round off, and used for Japan localization. Now you have the preference geocode. A geocode is a combination of the address stored on a transaction that enables the tax interface to determine which taxing jurisdictions and tax rates to be used. So each address can be associated with a geocode provided by the tax vendor system. Now going down, you have the tax code here. Now this field displays the user defined tax code, and tax codes are defined under the tax systems. So here in the tax systems you can see there are two types of tax mode. You have item-wise tax, or you have the area-based tax. Now in an item-based tax system you have to select the exemption code for the customers or leave this field blank. In an area-based tax system you have to select a tax code that identifies the tax rate for this customer. The tax code you enter must be a rate type code, and the system validates the code against the tax codes defined on the tax codes form. So you cannot leave this field blank if you are using an area-based tax system. And then you have the Fed ID. Here you enter the tax registration number for your company tax ID label. And here you have the validate button. You click this button to verify that a valid address was entered, and for some tax systems it returns a geocode based on the current address. So let's say if there's more than one geocode is returned, then you select the one you want to use for this customer. So this is on the taxes tab, and next we will look at the revision pay tab.